So why aren't your emails booking sales meetings? Let's actually talk about it. So there's typically three core components as to why this isn't the case for you. Now, the first reason is that your email copy sucks. If you don't have best in class email copy that actually gets someone enthused about what you're potentially offering, and that is what we classify as cold email friendly, then you've got no chance of actually booking a meeting. Now, think about the person that you are trying to reach, right? Generally in this era, they're getting a lot of emails, they're very busy, and you've got to do something to be able to reach out, to be able to actually get their attention, right, and convince them that whatever you're saying is worth a response from them. So there's certain massive mistakes I generally see people making with them. One, their emails are often too long, right? And you've got to think, if someone is a busy individual and they get your email and it just looks like this big text dump, they're not going to respond. They're probably just going to actually see it and close it. So a good test for this is to actually look at your email from a mobile and go and actually send it to yourself and open it. How does it actually look visibly? What's your spacing like? How long is it? How quickly do they understand the crux of what you're actually saying? And how irresistible is it? Right, when you consider all of these ingredients, sometimes you'll open it and you just see this big text dump and the actual crux of the message isn't, you've got to scroll down to get to it. All of this is going to put you in a circumstance where you're going to have real difficulty having your message convert, especially in the current era, which has become more and more competitive. So the first step and the first thing you need to consider is, do you have great email copy that is short, concise, gets to the point, and really comes across as irresistible so that your target persona feels like they absolutely need to respond. The next component of why your emails aren't actually booking meetings is that your call to action also sucks. If you don't have a call to, well, let me put it this way. So many people go with the call to action of, let me book a call. So they put their email copy and then they might have a link to their Calendly, or they have a line that says, if this sounds interesting, book a call on my calendar. Or if this sounds interesting, here's a link to my Calendly, book a call. Nightmare. You can't do it in this current era. Put yourself in the other person's situation, right? So they don't know you. So there's no like factor, there's no trust factor, there's nothing, right? They've just got this message from you and you're saying, here's my solution, book a call with me. Now, would you do it? Probably not, unless you read it and there's something about it where, let's say it's someone who, let's say it was Richard Branson messaging you and it's about an offer with Virgin. Maybe then you'll respond, but that's because you already know who Richard Branson is. You're going to have some form of trust with him because he's got a great reputation in the space. So maybe you go and book the call in that scenario. But if you don't have that household name and you don't have that trusted domain reputation within your space, then you can't expect someone to just want to immediately book a call. So you need to have a softer call to action. You need to have something more focused on either adding value or sharing something light or sharing some information, something that is a little bit softer, so that you really send a message where you're more focused on actually getting a response. And then once you've got a response, the next step is then you can look to book a meeting. So you've got to change the way you think about your call to actions, make them concise and make them more focused on actually getting a positive response versus booking a call. Now, the last component is actually the relevancy and the timing of your message. What you've got to consider is that you can have great email copy, you can have a great call to action, but if you simply haven't gotten that right person at that right time, you're going to have a challenge no matter what you do. At any given time, there's only a very small percentage of people that are going to be actively interested in purchasing what you have at that very given time. And maybe now's not the time, maybe in 1 month or a few weeks or a few months, it will be the right time. But you've got to accept that this is why volume becomes important, because you may just not be getting that person at the right time. But the component that we can control is the relevancy of your messaging to that target persona. So if, for example, you're selling a service to an IT director, but you're selling something or offering something that's just not relevant to that persona, you're going to have an immediate disconnect. So really think about, is what I'm positioning actually relevant to who I'm positioning it to? If it is, you're going to have a much better chance of getting a response. And if it's not, again, you're cannibalizing your chance of actually getting a response. So you need to consider the relevancy aspect to the offer that you're making to your target market. If you want support or help with any of this, this is exactly the type of thing that we help with here at Fetched. So visit our website, fetched.ai, and book a call, or go on my LinkedIn, type in Alex Alleyne, that's AlexAlleyne, on LinkedIn, drop me a direct message, or go on my profile and book a call through our website. We'll be happy to talk through your individual circumstances and see how we can potentially be helpful to you on your journey. I look forward to speaking to some of you in this upcoming week. Until then, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.